All right, here we are, Tuesday afternoon. We are at Cedar Hammock, second floor of your building. Those are carport spaces, obviously. First thing I noticed, some of these units kind of have a better exposure out to the breezeway, and allows them to kind of have those, screened in entry areas, so you kind of get that cross breeze. If you open both the front and the back, yours kind of fronts up to the stairwell and then the utility closet. So it doesn't make it quite as inviting of an entrance, for whatever that's worth. So I like to point out both the pros and the cons as much as possible. So the entry kind of doesn't make it quite as appealing, but it's still, it's a really nice unit once you get inside. Very well taken care of, very well manicured. Probably not a ton of upgrades since you've owned it, but still shows really, really well. I poked around and I looked around for things to kind of give suggestions about, and maybe do this, maybe do that. And there's not a whole lot here. Looks like I did the sinks and the hardware and the vanities not too long ago. Mostly really it's just a little bit of cleanup, which is easy, and just declutter, which obviously I'm sure you plan on doing. Otherwise I can come in here and help out with some of that. So carpet in here probably could use a steam clean, but honestly I don't even really think that's all that necessary. You could do a fresh coat of paint if you want. There's some marks on the walls over here. Again, these are just suggestions. There's not a ton of color in here and through the hallway. Again, it's not necessary, but I just always like to throw that out there in case it's something that you want to do, and it could help make the place kind of pop a little bit, show a little bit better, with just a little bit of color and a little bit of, you can kind of see a couple little stains here in the carpet. So might be worth it to you depending on if you're able to make that happen or not. All right, closet. There was one. Where did I notice it out here? You were missing the one smoke detector up here, right by the front door, and I can see that it's right there. Probably somebody took it down. It's probably beeping on them, would be my guess. Good sized closet. So obviously this one's real big. I'll take down all these hangers, just pitch them, just throw them all away, give it more of an open feel in there. It's a little cluttered obviously with that, the way that it is. Bathroom shows real well. Like I said, not a ton of upgrades, but everything's neat and clean. I can't even really complain about the grout. Normally in white, these standard white tiles, these 4x4s or 6x6s, whatever they are, that you can see some pretty good wear and tear in the grout lines, and yours is neat and clean. Just little marks on the walls as you go around all kind of where the light switches are and things like that. But really, it's in good shape. Just like I said, just needs a general pickup, cleanup. AC, I always recommend for the AC, make sure that you've had it serviced recently, before you get it listed. That's one of the main things. You got tons of filters here, down there. So change out the filter and just make sure that AC has been serviced recently. It's set, wait a minute, let me see that. Looks like it's set to 70. That's a humidistat. It says 81. Let me look at that before I leave. I hope it's not set at 70. Things are working really, really hard if that's the case. It does feel warmer in here. 81 is pretty warm. So, better off setting it probably closer to 79, 80. 79 really. The blinds here on the sliding glass door, they're supposed to be connected at the bottom. There's those little chain links. Those probably got taken off. Because this is an interior unit and because there's no real light coming from within, honestly, I'd just take those down and throw them away. You're gonna bring in the natural light. Those things are just kind of a deterrent anyway, and nobody's gonna save those. So those blinds hanging down, I would just throw them away, because you got a great view out there. You got a cool little stick-on inlay here that you can leave in, and you got a great spot over the lake and looking out over the green preserve across the way. So it's got a beautiful view. So you got a lot going for you there. Okay. Really pretty in here. This room's got some color to it, which is nice. Got a nice pantry. Kitchen's a good setup. It's nice and open. You know, for a smaller unit, it kind of opens up real nice. It's nice and prime for somebody to, you know, put in some new countertops, maybe change out these knobs. I was actually just looking at some of those this morning, Lowe's and Home Depot. That's easy to do. So you got your laminate flooring in here. So everything shows real well. Like I said, it's little minor things. The carpets in here show real good. This looks like it's been replaced not too long ago. It's got a nice thick shag to it. It looks like they're in real good shape. So again, you could, from this wall on back, most of that's just kind of that plain white. You could touch that up and do a coat of paint if you want, because you do have a couple different colors. You got the green color in here, you get kind of a beige color, and you have the yellow, and then you have basically a white around the rest of this. So, you know, maybe from those bedrooms into this room, you could do one coat. Again, it's not absolutely necessary, but it might help for sure, because there's gotten a lot of use in those bedrooms. Been nicked up. I'll take down these blinds, get the AC serviced. We gotta check on that AC. Should be about it. Most of the sales are, you know, there is a range in these units depending on turnkey furnish, depending on upgrades and stuff like that. On the high end, 180, but I think that's going pretty high. I mean, yours is pretty, like I said, a really pretty original, but it's in good shape. So I think if you sell it furnished, that'll help a lot. You know, maybe that 160 to 165 range. There's two listed at that 168, 169. So I'd have to preview those and see what those kind of look like compared to this. I think that gives you a pretty good general idea of what the value is going to be. That's it. Talk to you soon.